So I'm Carla, how you mentioned. I'm the co-founder of New Makers, and I'm an educator, maker, and someone that believes that learning can and should feel like exploration for sure. My own learning path has been really diverse and unconventional. I have moved through traditional schooling, homeschooling, as well as really learning by myself, hybrid models, and fully online education. So along the way as well, I have explored different educational frameworks, from project-based learning to peer-to-peer, to design thinking, to even using digital fabrication or collaboration. And today, I don't just learn, I also create and facilitate learning for others. So for teachers around the world, we teach them how to integrate technology and how to make a movement or the values that they have to the classrooms. We have worked with different companies around around the world, looking for more people to understand these values and create environments in which we can explore and learn. So we have collaborated with Sesame Street, which I'm right there in the corner, with Lola and Abby, trying to spread robotics to more girls, more STEAM, and understanding that they can be part of this world of education and technology. We have collaborated with May Community. It was such a nice thing to say Dale before with me. So he's in a Mexican community, and as well creating content and trying to spread all of this. So I think something really interesting is we need to keep asking us what actually means learning in everyday life, in this digital age time. So it doesn't go around just using technology. It goes beyond that. It's about learning that helps to stay curious, stay connected, and grow the world as it grows as well. So today the world is evolving faster than ever, and there's still ideas about learning often are left behind. So according to different statistics, 65% of people, kids from elementary school, they're learning, but most of their careers doesn't exist at all. So we see that educational system needs to be more in not just teaching content, but they must feel the capacities of uncertainty in the future and teach creativity and adaptation for sure. UNESCO has emphasized that digital technologies must be made to promote equity and human-centered work, which is really important. And practicing these things around, these skills go beyond clicking or using a computer. And I think that's a really interesting subject because this year I decided to try something new, which is FAB25. I had a really nice experience in which they teach us every week a new subject. And we go beyond them and we create projects every week. And we're testing and creating and collaborating with other Fab Labs around the world. So it's one of the experiences that I feel most connected when it comes to learning, because you are exploring all the time. And you make a lot of mistakes as well, so it was a really fun experience. First, we have the global class, in which Neil make an introduction to the subject, and then you go to your local, or your node, your Fab Lab, and from there you start making tests about the subject. In this case, it was Fab Lab Cancan, in which I spent the last few months just creating every single day and document all my projects. So that helped me understand a little bit more about my perspective about teaching and the different digital age skills or competence. So for me, there's something that I want to summarize here. I think critical thinking and problem solving is the base to this. If we are able to make the right questions in the right moments and be able to that thing about reflect about it, allow us to be creative about the solutions that are around us, the problems that we are facing as a society or as human humanity. So I feel like when it comes to the FAB Academy, we see all of that every day. There's always something that didn't went as planned, and we have to came with a creative idea, like a way to fix that. As well, creativity and experimentation. If we are allowed to have a space in which you can develop something, you can feel safe to try, as well in a really young age, because you feel you will learn from that experience most than if you're just learning from content. And obviously collaboration and communication. I mean, FAB network is around the world, and there's a lot of people from different backgrounds. And one really key moment, or like highlight from the FAB Academy experience, was that every week I was able to talk with the whole network from students all around the world and hear what they were doing, how they went through the subject that I went that same week, and how they fixed their things that they face. So it was like really interesting to be able to collaborate, even though we were in different places, and allow you to understand also different ways to face the problem that you are encouraging when it comes to creating. Then digital literacy. I mean, we need to understand technology, even though it's in our pockets right now. Like in the last couple of talks, right? There's a lot about cell phones, like the anorexia of cell phones, or like building your own phone, like also did Scotty. So we need to understand all these different practices to be part of the development of technology and to be part of the future as well. Because when it comes to tech, it's not that far, and if we are just consumers, we cannot be part of the future we want to build. Adaptability and resilience, that's the lesson that resonates the most during FAB Academy. Because every week you have to move from one subject to another. So there is like, you always need more time. You always want to try something else. You always want to go beyond your final project. So you need to adapt. And there's also something that I really enjoy. It was in Saturday, we have this group in which we just discuss about how was the week, and we still have some days left in case we need to fix something or we have a question, right? So it was really cool just to jump in a call with a bunch of friends and start talking like, oh, I accidentally almost ruined my 3D printing today, or like it was like my design was incorrect by 1 centimeter to the left or the right. So it was a really cool experience to see how everyone was collaborating in that sense. So what you're seeing on the screen is my final project from the FAB Academy. What I'm doing with Makers is creating educational resources that go with the base of curiosity and exploration. So I wanted to bring that to my final project. So what I did is creating this book called Circuit Lab, in which the idea is to have a circuit body, which is going to be your companion during the learning process. And then obviously you will have different subjects. So we need to make that merge. We need to make it interesting and cool for someone to start learning a new subject. In this case, I choose electronics. So through magnets and 3D printing and a lot of tests on PCBs for sure, I was able to build my main board with different sensors, like the screen as well as an interesting output. So the idea is that you take your main board and you can connect it to each page, and each page is an interactive circuit in which you can touch and move around and learn a little. And as well, I wanted to integrate more than just something physical. Because hands-on learning is really important to understand the different processes. But I also wanted to go beyond that. So I created an app in which you can connect to each page and have like an AR experience. So you can see things